Good evening, everybody. Jimmy's back. You know what that means, don't you? It's time for Btcc Round 5. This week, we are what you're watching at the moment is a replay of the feature race from last week's race. This was an absolute belter at Dragon Trail Seaside. It's one of the most... I can't get to grips with the reverse layout, but these guys didn't seem to bat an eyelid. So this is a replay from the feature race, so I'll quickly come out of that now. Just go. You do the usual. Go into escapes, and then... there's so many button presses, it always does me nothing. Right, here we go. Right, well, before we go any further, you know what this time is. This is time for me to introduce one of my great friends, Mr. Adam Barth. One of my co-commentator, legend of... he's been a legend all the way through the whole series from season 1, 2, 3 and all the way up to where we are now in season 4. I can't believe it's season 4. Are you there, sir?
I am. I'm getting a bit dizzy on this pedestal you've put me on, but yeah.
Well,
you're overselling it a little bit, I think.
Praise where it's due, my friend. Praise where it's due.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll take it. It don't happen often.
But yeah, I can't believe it. We're season 4, Adam, and we're halfway through season 4.
Yeah, I know. I hinted at it at the end of the last week's broadcast, didn't I? Already halfway through season 4. But even then, just look at the racing that we've had. We haven't had a dull race, have we? And it's been absolutely fantastic. So, yeah,
well it's only been dull when I've messed with the weather.
Well, you know, that made it a lot more entertaining, yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's just been excellent racing throughout, regardless of what you do to the weather. It's just been fantastic. So, yeah, this might be halfway, but I think we're set up for the rest of the season for sure. Yeah,
I couldn't agree more with Adam's statement there. The racing we've been treated to. I'm sure I speak on behalf of Adam here. We've both been sat here, not in the same room obviously, but in the comms box virtually. We've both been sat here sweating, and we're just thinking, my word, can it get? I mean, we've had sprint races with action from start to finish. Some of them have been 8-lap races, 9-lap races. We've had quite long sprint races because of the shortness of the track, but it's just been action left, right, and centre. And apologise, we can't get through we can't catch everything. We do miss things. That's only to be expected. But at the end of the evening, we're both drained. But I really don't know what these guys are going through in the car. I mean, they're sat with a rig or a controller racing. I mean, my controller would be slipping out of my hands. I can say that for definite.
Well,
so,
to be fair, the last 3 weeks we have had quite good weather, and it's a little bit cooler where I am tonight. So hopefully it's like that across the country. It helps people. But yeah, the action's been hot as well as the weather, hasn't it?
Oh, we've had some absolutely brilliant races. I think race 1 was dry, race 2 was dry, race 3 that was at Spa. That was a taste of the Codger's weather meddling, and the feedback I got was that they loved it, and which was great to hear. It wasn't full Codger; it was probably semi-skimmed, but yeah, they will experience the. I can't say what I was going to say because I know what Adam will say.
Leave your weather stick at home.
Oh no, I'll say it. Full fat Codger. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that way. Yeah, all right. I thought you were going in a different route.
No. But they will experience that at some point during the season. But I'm sure secretly, I know that we get a sigh and they go, "Oh God, it's wet." But the group we've got here in this community, they love a challenge, and we can all drive in the dry, and there's only so many races you can do. But driving in the wet encourages a whole new driving style. It's a completely different. You wouldn't think it looking at the races, but it encourages short shifting, maybe a little bit of fuel. You're taking advantage of the slower pace, fuel saving and braking a bit earlier. I really do think it improves your driving. Do you think, Adam?
Yeah, I think so. It's not as perfectly accurate as it would be in real life in terms of being precise and being offline and such like that with the varying grip, but it's still a good representation of what it's like racing in the rain. Obviously, you've got the spray to contend with as well. Your visibility is hindered slightly depending on what camera view you're using. And as you say, with the strategy as well, trying to work out what tyres to be on at the optimum time, whether you're going to be too early on the slicks or whether it's time to come in for the wets or anything like that. It just adds a whole new dimension to the races. And if you're not fully tuned into the car and got the absolute finite technique to it, you're going to be dropping back. But you can see as you said there, the quality of drivers that we've got. They've all adapted to it. Yeah, there's been some mistakes, but they've all adapted to it brilliantly, and as a result, we've had some fantastic racing in the wet, which is very difficult to do.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to sound it's crazy, but over the years, I've only been playing this game since I've got to be conscious of the time now. It's approaching 7:30, which is when the lobby opens. But during the time I've played this game, I've always been a believer of test yourself. Put yourself in difficult positions. That's the only way you're going to improve. And I actually enjoy racing in the wet. I really do enjoy it because it makes you think, it makes you focus. And I'm actually, believe it or not, quicker. I seem to get better results in a wet race than I do in a dry. Work that out for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know quite why it is. Maybe it's the focus. I don't know.
You have got to focus a lot more in the wet. You've got to be a lot smoother on your inputs. You're obviously using the controller, which is a bit of an advantage sometimes in the wet, because you can react a lot quicker to the car sliding around. But we've got a good mixture of people racing on both pad and on the wheel, so you can see the difference in the wet. And you can see the difference in tyre wear on the dry races as well. So it really mixes it up, and it's just brilliant, just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, right. Well, it's approach. I put a message in the YouTube said, "Are we all ready?" Danny C, yes. Hands raised. Butler, no. Laughing. So this week we are at. This sees the grid head over to Asia for the first time. We are at Suzuka International Raceway, world famous track, for many reasons. One, I'll get to that when the guys are out practicing and qualifying. No weather involved in this, regrettably. Just for those of you who are tuning in, thank you first of all for tuning in to watch this. It's a 15-minute sprint race, racing soft tyres only. That's all that's involved in the sprint race, and the results of the sprint race will form the grid for the feature in a reverse order. So in other words, whoever wins the sprint goes to the back of the grid for the feature. So without any further jabbering, let's get this sprint race open for round 5 here at Suzuka. I'm looking forward to this, Adam.
It's a tough little circuit. It's very difficult to overtake on. Even on the Grand Prix circuit, there's not very many overtaking opportunities, but you get those S-bends that you can see on the map now where that red dot's going round. You've got to get a good rhythm through there, and if you get slightly offline on one of the corners, that really puts you on your back foot, particularly if you're being followed. But round here on this track, you're going to be either fighting with somebody in front or fighting with somebody behind, because you're never going to get a rest. Such a short circuit, really, really technical. So yeah, it should be quite an interesting sprint race, this.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the room's filling up, so we'll give the chance for the guys to get in. We do have a full lobby. Let me just check who that was there. I saw CCR. It's Kian. Good man. Right. So we've got we've got Kian joining us tonight, who was a member of the original crew, but then found himself pretty busy, so he had to duck out. So he's standing in as a reserve tonight for a good man, professional photographer Ekberg. So he'll be out. Look at that. There we go. The man himself. So it's a while since Kian's raced, but he's always been pretty quick, hasn't he, Adam?
He has, yeah, and he's one of those drivers you can, like so many of them, you can put him in any car and he's going to be competitive. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do here. I don't know how much practice he's had, but nevertheless, he's a quality driver. So expecting good things from Kian tonight. No pressure.
I've got a feeling he was into drifting at one stage. So this is quite a popular track, I believe. I mean, I've used it with the SHP guys for drifting, a certain section of it. So Kian's, yeah, as you say, he's very adaptable. I don't think it'll take him long to get up to speed. But
well,
yeah,
if he's good at drifting, it's going to put him in good stead for the feature race when it starts raining, isn't it?
Well, yeah, so that's a point. He should have good car control and not be afraid of it sliding. We'll just run through the grid. So that's out in Anthony Reid's 2000 Mondeo from back in the day. Lovely. I do like this livery, Adam. It's one of the iconic ones, and it never gets boring, does it? It always stands out, no matter where you see it.
To be fair, we've chosen the liveries because they are standout liveries and they are classic liveries. And as you say, this is one of them. It was used in '99 and 2000, obviously. This is a 2000 version, but they also put versions of this, as we see him drifting around, showing off his drifting skills and spinning. So that's good. That's a good start. But yeah, it was put on Ford Fiestas. It was put on Ford Pumas in rallying. So it's quite a fitting, well, rapid fit. But yeah, it was quite a fitting livery. And yeah, one of the iconic ones, as you say.
Speaking of which, here we've got Jason Plato's Renault Laguna from 1998. Yeah, this car was always in people's mirrors. It was one of the very quick cars, mainly due to partnership with Williams at the time, developing the engine. So yeah, this got some very good results. Two-time championship winner for Jason Plato. I think he holds a record. He didn't quite reach the 100, but he got 97 race wins during his time from 95 through to the 97 through to the end. But no, Jason was always pretty aggressive, wasn't he, Adam?
Yeah, he kind of cut his teeth early on in the Renault Spider Championship, and then progressed up in '97 into the Btcc. Was partnered with Alain Menu, which is always going to be a bit of an eye opener. So he learned a lot from Alain, who won the championship in '97 in a Renault Laguna. '98 wasn't quite as competitive due to the regulation changes and a slight lack of development on the Renault's part, but yeah, he's always one to watch is Plato whenever he races, and unfortunately doesn't race anymore. He's sadly missed actually on the grid. I was always a Plato fan.
Yeah, so that's a captain from the SAR community representing Plato tonight. So we'll quickly go to another one of the fast guys, Adam. Ricard Rydell, aka Butler. Everybody laughed when Volvo entered. They certainly did when I was marshalling. They were thinking, Volvo, what the hell? Then they soon sort of stopped laughing. Even the biggest laughs came when they introduced the estate version of the 850. The Flying Brick it was known as. And yeah, Volvo, you call it devious, or I would just call it every race team, no matter what group it is, what class, be it Group 1, 2, Group 3, Group 4, whatever, they're there to get the most out of the car to the letter of the regulations. They'll exploit it right to the limit. Volvo managed to get an extra amount of power out of this, and it would tell you what, it caused some headaches for some of the top guys, didn't it, Adam?
Yeah, it was definitely a rocket ship. It just didn't have the aero package, and it didn't have the sophisticated suspension, but it definitely shifted down the straight. And obviously the culmination of that was 98 with the livery that you've just seen there that Butler's driving, and Ricard Rydell took the championship. They never took a manufacturer's title, unfortunately, but yeah, they stayed in it all the way up until 1999 and turned a few heads when they turned up.
Yeah, and he was tough to beat at Thruxton, wasn't he, Adam?
Yeah, he was one of the kings of Thruxton before Josh Cook was even born, I think. So
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely one to watch at Thruxton.
The famous Swedish shuffle through the complex. Yeah, and a lot of drivers copied him, didn't they? Especially
ILO did it too. Yeah, ILO did it to him in '99. So yeah, people soon cottoned on. That's the only problem with having a favourite move and people picking up on it is everybody picks up on it.
That's right. And I just want to quickly get to welcome PSV Rooster from the SHP community tonight, representing Haydo for Team BMW. He's come in at short notice. He's had a bit of practice in the car. Great guy, known him for quite a while through the SHP community.
Did Rooster come in last season as a reserve? I recognise the name.
I think he may have done, but I'm not sure if he actually raced, but he was definitely a reserve.
Okay.
But no, he's a quick pair of hands, and he's done some testing, I believe, in the wet, and he's quite comfortable in the wet, so I'd keep an eye on this guy. Speaking of wet, here's the floating on race day.
Typical Ford analogy. Floats on race day, done by Charlie Cox himself, who you're watching there, and Storm, with a quite a fitting name as well. So it all ties together, doesn't it, for a wet race for this car?
He'll be getting blamed tonight, won't he?
Yeah, it's all his fault.
Put it all on him.
I do like that livery. It is a brilliant livery.
And here we have let me just quickly get the I'm just going to quickly get the points table up. So LFC Ben currently is sitting second in the points table, incredibly, after what he described in his own words as a shocking day at the office. He was most unimpressed last week. He actually ran out of fuel on the last lap of the feature race last week, and am I correct in saying he didn't score either any points or he scored very few?
No, he didn't score any points in the feature race at all.
Nope.
So he had a relatively decent gap going into the event, and then has come out just behind I think it's about 3 points, isn't it, behind championship?
That's right.
New championship leader now, Legion. So yeah, he's still within a fight, but yeah, that really hurt him in terms of the fight for the championship.
Well, uniquely this week, it'll all change, but we have Nissan leading the drivers and the Independence Championship at the moment.
Yes, we have. Yeah,
so we have Tyler in Matt Neal's Primera, and we have Legion in David Leslie's Primera, both leading the championship. So,
but strangely, it's Renault that's leading the manufacturers' championship, with Nissan in second. So it's weird how it all works out, isn't it?
That's right. And speaking of which, this is the man currently leading the drivers' standings. Oh, that's great to see. I know it's 10 minutes now, so they've had enough practice, so are going to get qualified.
Let's hope they do that in qualifying. What you were just about to say was LFC Ben getting well out of the way whilst a faster car comes through. We want them to do that in qualifying, preferably. It's a tight circuit, as we've just mentioned. There's not much space around here. It's difficult to overtake, so it's going to be tricky. Space is going to be at an absolute premium, so just hopefully they won't race each other and get in each other's way. We don't want to be seeing any of that.
Oops, that's not how you spell please. I still haven't learned, have I?
You're sponsored by the National Dyslexic Association, are you?
Yeah, the NAD.
Mm.
Oh, sorry.
That is correct. So dyslexic, you got it wrong.
No, that was
brilliant.
That was comedy
Couldn't
timing.
make that up.
No,
yeah, you did that deliberately,
I
of
did,
course.
I did.
Yeah. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Professional commentator, ladies and gentlemen.
Humour's all part of it. Right. So.
Well, Murray Walker had Murrayisms. Do you have Jimmyisms?
Jimmyisms. You've heard it here first.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit dodgy calling it a Jimmyism, though, doesn't it?
You'll see anything dodgy. You'll see something dodgy in anything. You will.
Yeah, I will. That's why you've got me on the comms.
I should have learnt by now. We're in season 4, and I'm still a glutton for punishment. I've not learnt my lesson at all, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Joking aside, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure all the way through the season. Seasons. So, yeah, it's been an absolute. We've had good fun, haven't we? And it's been
definitely.
It's evolved from. I mean, to look back. I mean, I think I was saying this to you the other night. Looking back at season 1, it's good to be self-critical. That was when we first started out. And to see where
it was brilliant at the time, but when you look at it now, it was so basic compared to how it's running now, and
it's
the grids that we've got.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got full grids now. We didn't have. I don't think we had a single full grid in season 1. I know it was new, but yeah, then obviously the way that you've done the stream, you've invested in a keyboard, so you can now do replays, which we couldn't do in the first season.
That's true. Yeah.
So that's another positive. You've got used to doing the stream now. It's almost second nature the way that you go about doing it. And the commentary, obviously, the more you do it, the better it gets anyway. So it's been an improvement all the way through. And hopefully we can carry it on through the rest of the season. The drivers have got better. Hopefully the commentators have got better as well.
What's Shadow put there? Something CCR and JCR. Yeah. Well, it all started with CCR. Can never forget Captain Colossus Racing. That's where CCR was born. Right, now this is what I don't want to see. Right, I'm going to have to put a message. Right.
It is tricky to get out of the way round here, though. To be perfectly fair, because it is such a tight circuit. Can you actually add everybody? I don't know.
I don't want to leave. No, it's this guy I want.
Well, currently, while Jimmy's doing that, currently we've got Marty leading the way. Not sure how many laps these guys have done. That may have just been it might have just been their first run out. But Marty's leading the way at the moment. He's got the fastest lap, 51.6. Danny's in second, defending champion, and Butler's currently in third. Captain's doing a good job at the moment. He's ahead of Legion in fourth. So hopefully these guys will give each other space. Yes.
We have a problem. Shadow's disconnected, and he keeps disconnecting. So Shadow isn't in the room at the moment.
Okay. Well, if he does come back in, he can start at the back.
We've got him in the room now.
Yeah, but he won't be able to take part in qualifying, will he?
I can reset qualifying for Shadow. Hold on.
Problem is, we're already halfway through qualifying.
Yeah, true. There is that.
He should still be able to race, but he would have to start at the back.
You've ended. It keeps. It's showing that I'm disconnected. No, if you're watching the stream, Shadow, you're in the room. Unfortunately, you'll just have to start at the start at the back because we're, as Adam said there, we're pretty far into the quali now.
It's just more bad luck for Shadow, isn't it?
Oh, it's never ending, is it?
Yeah. What does he have to do to get some good luck in this championship this season? We know how quick he is as well, and it's just such a shame to see. But well, Danny C has taken the top spot in qualifying so far, but only just ahead of former championship leader LFC Ben. Marty's dropped down to third now, so the quick lap time starting to come in. I'm surprised Legion's down there in sixth, but again, he might not have got a clear run. Kian's doing very well in fifth, considering this is his first time running this car, and only 2/10 off the lead as well. So he's in a strong position.
That's right, but we just saw there quickly before a cut to Kian here, Danny pulling over to let someone through to continue the hot lap. So currently Danny C is leading the timing sheets at the moment. We've got Ben and Marty in the pits. Kian's gone straight to second place, so only 500ths off Danny. That's incredible. So Butler's having a better qualifying session this week, Adam.
Well, yeah, he has been very quick all the way through the races that we've done. He's done quite well in qualifying, and he's been towards the front. He's just another one who's had a bit of bad luck. He's spent a lot more time overtaking himself than other drivers this season, unfortunately. Taken over where Matty left off last season, constantly spinning, which is out of character for Cole. But yeah, hopefully he can get a good run here. He does like the wet as well, so he's definitely going to be one to watch in the feature race.
Legion's just improved up to 5th place, which just shows how tight it is at the top. Here, now we know Legion, how quick Legion is. Marty was a bit uncomfortable, I believe, at this track, but he seems to be going well at the moment into 4th place. I was going to say,
if that's him uncomfortable, he's already in 4th.
I know.
That's a bit of a concern, isn't it? But yeah, and Matthias in the independent Honda has jumped back up into 6th place. So that's a fantastic lap there from Matthias.
It is. Let's just see who's in 4th. We've got Marty in 4th. Currently, they've got 3 minutes 20, just over 3.5 minutes, roughly.
Look how close it is between Marty and Legion.
I'm going to go down and just see how close the whole grid is.
Well, it should be quite tight because it is a close knit circuit. It's like Brands Hatch we had before. It's small circuits. You do end up getting them quite close, but yeah, the top 11 to be within that close to the top of the time sheets.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Top 12 within 8/10.
But we know how quick this guy is. Captain's very quick. He's improved over the seasons. Yet he's I say that he's 3/10 off now, just under 4/10. He's only got a 10th gap between himself and Glowing Gold, who's another quick guy out in Patrick Watts's Mazda from back in the day. Glowing, yeah, he's a tough cookie. He's Glowing, so he's half a second off.
He nearly won the sprint race last time out. Did Glowing? He was giving Legion all sorts of hassle, and he didn't have the best of qualifying, but he made the most of it and brought his way right up. Fought hard with Butler early on in the race, and then hunted down Legion, and so close to winning that race. They were side by side across the line. So for him to be...
Sorry, Adam. LFC Ben has topped the timing sheets now and shuffled Danny down to 2nd and Kian into 3rd. Marty staying in 4th at the moment. So there's only 400ths between Kian and Marty. And look at that for a gap between Marty and Legion, Adam.
Nothing, is it?
2 thousandths. That's a fag paper.
Yeah, well, if that, I think Marty's just put an extra layer of vinyl on the front of that. We need to check that Autosport logo, don't we? See how thick it is.
That's right.
It's not much more than that.
Are all the stickers still on it?
Yeah, they're all on it. And he's doubled them up, if anything.
Well, let's just go on board with Legion here. He's got a bit of a toe, and let's just see if he can improve on this lap here. Can he do anything? Can he jump Marty? He'd love to be in 3rd place. He's not had a quick lap.
He lost a bit of time through there, and the way he's approached this lap is he's hoping to be able to get round the outside. Is he going to do it? No, they're still, both of them are on fast laps. I think Legion feels like he's being held up a little bit here. He'd do well to back off a bit and give himself a bit more room. He can still get one more lap in.
Yeah.
If he backs off and gives himself, all he's doing is he's holding himself up. He's trying to get round the outside of the BMW, and he's just gone off. So, yeah, that's, if he can't get back to the line, that's going to be his run.
Back in 2 seconds, Adam.
Yeah, you carry on, mate. So we've got LFC Ben currently leading the way, but obviously only just. Marty has jumped up into second place. We've missed that while we were watching Legion making sandcastles. We've seen Marty jump up into second place above Danny. Kian's still doing a fantastic job there in fourth, and that's put Legion down into fifth. Matthias is the lead independent as LFC Ben goes across the line. That's the end of his qualifying, so he's currently at the top. Well, you can't see where everybody else is, so we'll keep an eye. Danny C has improved, but it hasn't actually made any difference to his position. Glowing has improved. He doesn't look like he's moved any further up, so let's see what Butler's doing. Down in seventh at the moment, nobody in front of him. Oh, he knew he was on stream, overtaking himself again, getting out of Tyler's way, which is quite good. So that's going to put Butler all the way down in seventh. Here comes Marty. Can Marty do anything about Ben as he crosses the line now? Hasn't improved, so that looks probably like the grid set, I would say.
But look at the consistency from Butler there. 51. He just couldn't get under that 51.7. And
yeah, but he's still only 2/10 off the lead.
Off the lead, exactly.
And only just missing out on sixth for Matthias, the lead independent there in sixth. So what a fantastic qualifying from Matthias.
See Mitsubishi, just my opinion. I think we've got some winding up going on here. Just my opinion, but Royalty Exotics, which is Rooster, is a better driver than Tyler. I'm not sure if they know each other, but we'll go on to
Canadian versus the American. That's gonna there's an intercontinental battle there, isn't there?
I think there's some sort of rivalry going on.
Right, so we've got LFC Ben on pole position. That's an important single point extra on the championship as he tries to regain some ground lost from the last round. 51.4. And Marty only just missing out on the pole there, 0.031 behind. Danny C, championship defending champion, I should say, in third. Kian in fourth, which is a fantastic result considering this is his first time out in the Ford Mondeo. Legion in fifth, our championship leader, but he can work with that. Matthias, a fantastic result for the independent there in sixth. Butler in seventh. Captain standing in for Clayjacks in the Renault in eighth place. That's a great result there for Captain. Glowing there in ninth place. Rooster in 10th. Tyler is in 11th place with Swifty and Storm taking out the top of the grid, and hopefully we will have Shadow on the grid as well, but he will be starting at the back.
That's right. So Shadow should be in the lobby now. Right, hang on.
Yes, hopefully he can load in.
I can't believe the luck he's having.
Yeah, he wouldn't have any luck at all if he didn't have any bad luck, would he? Hope he can get on the grid.
Can he get up? We've got a message from Butler. In Foster's we trust.
Is that why he spun? Was he drinking and driving?
Yeah.
That will be his. That will be his.
I don't know what's going on with Shadow now, but he needs to get his act together and enter.
Well, for those of you who haven't seen the previous races, Shadow's driving the Tim Harvey 1998 Peugeot. He can't. You need to reset.
You manually have to set the grid.
You can't do that because you'd have to reset the entire, unless you reset the entire lobby. because you'd have to change the lobby settings and then manually put in everybody on the grid, wouldn't you? That's the only way you'd be able to do that, unfortunately.
Right. Can you get a screenshot of this, mate?
If you go on to the actual results, and then I will take pictures of them. Okay, got that one. And got that one.
Right. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Scooty, what's he do? He's a mate of mine, but he shouldn't be in. Right. So, I need everybody to exit. I think.
Well, can you just reset the lobby, or can't you do that from here?
No, I think if everybody unticks, can you red X? Press end race.
Ah, there you go.
Okay, right, fine.
Last week we had the technical difficulty with the stream, didn't we?
So this is practice endurance race.
Practice and endurance race. Just make sure that the race length is correct. It should be.
15 minutes, yeah.
Yeah,
Change
that's
event
okay.
settings. Right, so if everybody enters now,
ITV don't have this issue, do they?
They don't, no.
We want here Adam Barth's best Murray Walker impression. I'll do it at the race start. Well, I'll wait until the lights go out. I'll do it then, shall I?
Right, everybody's in, I believe.
Yes, looks like it. Yes, because you got 15 or 16. Yep, because you are the 16th. Yep, so we should have everybody
yes,
there.
Okay, right.
Everybody's there.
Change grid order. Right, okay, so
okay,
fire
so
away, please, Adam.
It's LFC Ben on pole.
Yeah.
Then it was Marty. Then it was Danny C.
Yeah.
Then it was Kian.
Wow. Yeah.
Then Legion.
Yeah.
Matthias. Up 10th.
Thank you. Yeah.
Then Butler.
Where's...
8th. Then Captain. Then it was Glowing. Rooster. Then Tyler, and then Swifty and Shadow at the back.
Tyler. Swift. What about Storm?
Storm, and then Shadow at the back.
Is that right now?
That's it. Yep, that's correct. So I'll just run through that quickly then. So you got LFC Ben, Marty, Danny, Kian, Legion, Matthias, Butler, Captain, Glowing, Rooster, Tyler, Swifty, Storm, and then Shadow at the back.
Yeah.
Shadowing everybody.
Right, if everybody's ready. So, I was in 5th, says Carl.
Not according to the photograph. Hang on. Nope. Carl, you finished 7th in that qualifying.
Okay, right, okay. So, right. So without any further ado, let's get this first race underway. This is the sprint race here at Suzuka East Course for round 5 of Jimmy's Btcc. Are we ready?
Let's go. I think Carl was trying to pull a fast one. He was trying to pull a fast one, wasn't he?
I tell you what. He nearly had me then for a minute, I tell you what.
He's lucky he hasn't been put at the back with Shadow.
Dear me. Right, so come on then, Murray.
Oh God, yeah, I thought I'd got away with that.
You can do it.
Okay,
You can do it at the feature race. You can do it at the feature race.
Well, I can't. It's a rolling start on the feature race. So there's 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights. And it's go, go, go! Legion was listening to the stream and he jumped the start, unfortunately. So
oh dear.
LFC Ben has gone, but Marty looking down the inside.
That's put Legion at the back.
It has put Legion right at the back. That's not what he needed.
No. So, yeah, no space needed to be left here in this sprint race. That's only in quali, so get ready for this. This is a short track. There's not many overtaking spots other than the main straight, so Marty is already hassling LFC Ben through the S's section.
Well, Ben did a fantastic job to hold on to that because he got jumped off of the line. Marty was down the inside and Ben was just super brave around the outside. Marty gave him room, and that sees Ben holding on, but Marty's not giving up. He's going to be in the tow now, so watch this down into the first corner, ladies and gentlemen.
It says 14, not 15. So I don't know what's gone on here.
I'm wondering whether Shadow's dropped out again. Possible the Shadow's dropped out, but we'll have a look.
No, he hasn't.
No, he's still there. So we have got 14 there. So
right, well, let's just go on to the battle with Kian, who's managed. I tell you what, he's giving Marty a hard time here. So this is Kian stepping in for Ekberg.
Ekberg's going to be cheering on all the way from Sweden, isn't he?
He'll be flying.
He'll
be spinning on that pole, won't he?
Yeah, he will be. And there was a bit of a pack in behind where Matthias is. As Marty goes down the inside of Ben. Has he got that one done? Not quite. Nearly had that one. But Danny C's now grabbed the fastest lap. But look at Kian. He's got the run now on Marty and has gone up into second place.
I've got a feeling I just want to try something here. It was just glowing. It was Captain getting on the back of glowing. I thought there was something there, but no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was a bit of pack racing a bit further behind, just as Marty decided to go for the lead. So
Kian has managed to get a move done on Marty.
Yeah, that was Marty slowing himself up through the last corner as he was trying to fight with Ben, and that as he goes a bit wide does Kian, but no, he's held on to it for now. A bit wide for Marty.
That's right.
Get it back on track.
So desperately trying to keep in the slipstream here. So let's see the view that he's got a full mirror full of an Audi. Surprise, surprise. So let's just see. See, Marty's just getting it all a bit loose there. That'll have given Danny a bit of encouragement there, so that'll bring Danny very much closer. You see, we'll come back out of this view now. So Danny will be giving it the old Joe Biden, giving it a good sniff. So
I wondered how long it was going to be before you could get that one in.
Can he capitalise on this? And Marty's under a bit of pressure here. He knows how quick Danny is, but Butler has found himself now actually in a true 5th place that he was trying to hoodwink the commentators into putting him in. So he's actually in a live 5th now.
Well, he's going to be in 4th in a minute because Marty's gone wide. So has Butler got the run now on Marty, because Marty ran wide. That's let Danny C through. And notice how every time they come out that last corner, everybody goes and says hello to the pits, guys, because they all straight away over to the right, defending the line. And Marty's managed to hold on to that.
We should have a wager how many cones are going to be left by the end of the sprint race.
Well, they've already knocked over about 4, haven't they? But there's not much position round here. Unless somebody makes a mistake, you're going to be hard pressed to make any moves around these S's. The second you get into a position, and the circuit changes in the opposite way. But Kian's really got the pressure on, hasn't he?
He is, yeah. He's not letting Ben get away. We know these are 2 quick guys. They've raced together numerous times in CCR lobbies, in endurance races. Kian's he had a bit of bad luck last season. If you remember, Adam, back to Deep Forest when his wheel disconnected. He was on the controller. He's not great on the controller, and he took a very gentleman decision at that race. He decided to pull out of the race because he wasn't comfortable with the controller and he didn't want to ruin anybody else's race. So he's he's a great guy, is Kian. As we see here, he's putting Ben right under pressure here. So the next, if he can get a good drive out of these next couple of corners onto the main straight, we could see a move being attempted here from Kian.
Kian's using a lot more curb than Ben is. He's a lot more confident over the curbs, which is quite impressive considering this is his first time driving the car and Ben's been doing it all season. So Ben straight away, again, everybody right over to the right hand side, just trying to break the toe, because they know that going into this first corner is the best opportunity to overtake. So if they can break the toe, give themselves a bit of space going into this braking zone, they pretty much got it sewn up. But Kian's so brave on the brakes into there, wasn't he?
He is. I think he brakes quite a bit later than the rest. As we see, Kian's already purple. So at the moment,
Marty's actually got the fastest lap, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's right. So Kian's already purple, but he's getting a benefit of the toe, being that close to LFC Ben. But Glowing Gold has worked his way up after starting 9th, or 8th or 9th. He's worked his way up into 6th position. So he's got captain for company behind him, only 7/10, so he's in the slipstream. So you see Glowing still in the slipstream of Butler, but Butler's not managing to pull away.
He's not pulling away, but he's also not really being caught either. It's stayed similar kind of gap between those two. If Butler can just pick up his pace a fraction more, he can get onto the tail of Marty, and that'll really take him into the battle up front, because Marty isn't leaving Danny C alone either. So Danny can't actually concentrate on getting after the guys in front because he's got a mirror full of Vauxhall.
Well, that's right. And Danny C, now let's just have a look at the view Danny C's got. He's struggling to catch and get on the back of Kian, but we know how quick Danny C is. So yeah, I think Kian's exploiting the curves here, and as Adam said previously, he's really confident on the curbs, as he's getting a much tighter line, as you see there, just catching a bit of the grass, not going anywhere near as wide as he's trying to get back in the slipstream. But he's not close enough this time. He's still got just under a half a second gap, so it's not close enough for a move, as Ben desperately tries to break the toe.
Yeah, it's one of those circuits, isn't it, that unless somebody makes a mistake, it's so difficult to overtake. But having said that, you've got Marty just desperately trying to push into Danny there, try and get him offline, and if you can get him offline and make a wider turn and a tighter entry, he might be able to get onto the back of him. But you have to focus on the exit of the final turn, because that's where the moves are going to take.
Well, that's right, and then a feature in this game is when you get within a certain distance of the car in front, the edges of the screen go black. That's what Danny will be seeing. And he knows he's right under pressure here, and we're only 3 minutes into the race. 8 minutes into the race. But so speaking of Danny C, for those of you watching along, Danny C is also streaming this live from his perspective. The link to his channel is the pinned message at the top of my YouTube chat. Feel free to jump over there, show him the same support you're showing me, drop him a like and a subscribe, but you're getting a lot of info when you watch him in the feature race. For those of you out there who are not too confident with the strategy races, it's a good guide, it's a good one to watch for that. But right at the top, the battle is still hotting up. Look at this. He's pulled a 10th, but Ben's not going to be fit. Oh, as we see Kian go wide. So that's the first time he's made a mess of that corner. But that's let Marty straight back through, and Danny C.
He was trying desperately to get the power down, and he was a bit close to Ben, so the slipstream might have had a bit of a negative effect on the grip at the front of the car, and it just saw him run that little bit wide. Yeah, it's just such a shame.
We did manage to catch it.
Such a shame, but nevertheless, he's still running well. He's still in 4th. He will be frustrated with that. He has still got a bit of time that he can catch up, but it's one of those things, you make a mistake and straight away that sees Danny go up into 2nd, and Marty down in 3rd, but hasn't given up on the idea of 2nd, has he? Look at this. Absolutely fantastic. Trying to get a tighter line. Is that going to work? Can he get the power down early enough? If it twitches too much more, that he's not going to be able to. In slipstream, and Danny weaving all over, just trying to break the toe. But that's really opened things up for Ben now, hasn't it? Because he's now got quite a gap in front.
He's got a bit of breathing space now.
He's got nobody challenging him. But one thing that I have noticed, Jimmy, is in 8th place is Tyler, and that's the lead of the independents.
It is, and Shadow has worked his way into 9th place. We've got Shadow. Legion actually falling to the back after his false start. Is now, these two are always seem to find themselves together, Shadow and Legion. And yeah, both quick guys. But you've got Matthias on the back of these three. Now these three start battling now. Tyler's doing very well to hold two very quick guys behind him. So,
well, to be fair, all the way through these S's, all he's got to do is keep his racing line, and they can't get past him.
We've lost another driver. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's down to 13 now, isn't it?
So I think we've lost Storm. Storm's one of them. So I'm not sure what happened. Go Captain says Clay. We've got Clayjax in the chat. So Clayjax is currently on holiday. So Captain is stepping in.
Legion down the inside of Storm. Sorry, Jimmy. Legion was looking down the inside of Storm. Shadow, I should say. I do apologise. Got Storm on the brain, looking down the inside.
He's got
a
it done.
little bit of a rub, but it's fine. He's got it done, or has he? Because Shadow's now got the inside here. But this is going to favour Legion on the next right. Can Shadow hold on round the outside? Not quite, so that puts Legion up into 9th, and Shadow has dropped down to 10th. But he's still in the fight, is Shadow.
And meanwhile, Tyler is managing to get a bit of a gap and got himself up into 8th place, which is a great result at the moment for Tyler. But Shadow's not going to let this go, so we'll just go on board with Shadow at the moment and see. Oh, Shadow's gone a bit wide there onto the gravel. That's going to be a spin.
Don't spin again. No. Is he watching the stream? Are we putting him off? Is that what it is? Because every time we look at him, he goes off. Such a shame. So what actually did happen here? Did he just carry too much speed in?
Yeah, he just went on the grass.
He went on his line here. And then he just ran a fraction wide. It pulled him straight off the circuit, and around it went. And that's put Matthias up into 2nd in the independents. And well, Shadow's carrying on. Fair play to him, but he's going to be so disappointed. And already in the background from him is LFC Ben coming around, going to be lapping him in a minute. That's how bad Shadow's day is going. He runs wide again. But LFC Ben. LFC Ben's run wide now, so
that's let these two through. Yes, he's lost 2 places in one corner.
That was a proper unforced error there. He just got slightly offline. He had that race, so he was 1.6 seconds in the lead. He had this sewn up. Let's just see, did he just brake a bit too late, ran a bit wide, and as soon as you're on that curb, it just pulls you straight off the circuit. You can't get back on. He's feathering the throttle, trying to get it turned, and all the way down into 3rd place.
Not like at round 3 Spa, where he drifted off the circuit.
No.
Could have done with a bit of water there, couldn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say, if it was a damp track, he wouldn't have gone as far off probably with his car control, but he's still in the fight with this, but that's put Danny in the lead.
So Danny be loving this. So
Marty... Bit of a gifted win, but he hasn't won it yet, has he?
No, that's what I was just going to say. Marty is right on the back of Danny here, proper touring car view. So Danny knows what Marty's capable of. I think he was sandbagging, to be honest, because he said he wasn't comfortable. Doesn't look like it from our perspective, does it?
No, it looks very comfortable, and if he manages to get Danny C, he's going to be so comfortable he's going to be virtually laying down, isn't he? But yeah, it would have been really good to be on board with Danny on his stream on those 2 incidents. So he's 2 guys in front of him have just driven off the circuit, opened the door, and pretty much waved him through. But yeah, he's not got this one yet. They're gonna have a couple more laps to go. We've got a minute left of this race, and it's 51-second laps. So they've got 2 more laps now. Marty's just not close enough, is he?
No, but this is a classic view. This is John Clellan versus Frank Beeler. This is a classic view. This is John Clellan to a T. This is right on the bumper of the car in front. But Danny knows what he's capable of. So we'll just come quickly back out of that view now. But Legion has dropped down. Kian has dropped down to 7th place.
Yeah, so he must have had an incident. So he must have had an incident, because that's brought Butler up into 4th.
That's right. So let's just see the gap from 4th to. He's a bit of no man's land. So Butler's in a pretty safe 4th at the moment. So LFC
Well,
Ben,
you say that, but LFC Ben was in quite a safe first and ran wide and spun it, and we've already
you're
seen
right.
Cole spin it in qualifying, so it's not all over yet. But
No,
they
that's
are
right.
now on their final lap.
But incredibly, LFC Ben, despite his spill coming into T1, has managed to get himself back on the podium. But Glowing Gold is in 5th place, having a great battle with Kian here and Captain. Oh, they come together.
Oh.
Look at this. All three together. There's just great racing from all three of them. But let's just see this from there. As we see them now, there's a Glowing Gold. There's this challenge by Captain who's representing Clayjacks. So Glowing, he thought better of it. He backed out of it. But Kian had the speed. Came together 3 wide, 3 into the S's. Little bit of pinball. No harm done.
Good opportunistic battle there for him, but no, the leaders have crossed the line. Danny C did win it, and LFC Ben got Marty.
And
LFC Ben got Marty, and we missed that, unfortunately, but look, there's the top 3. So we didn't actually see that, but that must have been close at the end. It'd be interesting to see the time gap there.
Well, if that, yeah. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're just focusing on that. I didn't completely missed what time we were on the race, but look at 10th.
It was quite close.
So Marty actually picked up the fastest lap. No one beat that with a 51.455. So we've got Danny C. Are you taking a picture of this, Adam?
Hang on, yeah. I'm trying to pick my phone up off the floor. Yeah. Okay,
so we've got Danny C taking a win here on the East Course at Suzuka. That's great points in the bag for Danny. We've got LFC Ben, despite his spill, coming back to a fantastic 2nd place. I bet his heart was in his mouth coming into T1 there. Marty, what a great race he had for Team Vauxhall. Always in the mix, putting pressure right on the top guys there. Butler bringing it home in a great 4th place. That's a great result for Butler this week, showing his true pace. And Glowing Gold representing Team Mazda in Patrick Watts' Mazda Exodus, bringing it home in a great 5th place. Kian right at the top for 80% of the race, and he also was a victim of the final corner, just getting on the throttle too early. Still bringing it home in 6th place. Captain representing Clayjacks in Jason Plato's Laguna, bringing it home in a great 7th place. Legion, after falling to the back of the grid due to a false start, he brought it home in 8th place in the end. And look at the times, Adam. All 51s. It's absolutely
ridiculous, wasn't it?
Nuts. So we've got Matthias in 9th place taking... Let me just get this right. Yes, Matthias took the win for the Independents.
Managed to, yeah, he did. Yeah, he
took the win.
It was Tyler who was leading it for quite a while, but
That's
Matthias
right.
has got another win.
Yeah, in 9th place. Tyler took 2nd place for the Independents in 10th place. Rooster on his debut for Team BMW finished in 11th place, with Swifty in Hamish Irvine's Peugeot 405 brought it home in 12th. Shadow, after yet another disastrous sprint race in his book, managed 13th place, so he's out of the points. And then we had one non-finisher. Maybe it was a technical issue on the car for Charlie Cox, aka Storm. So you've got that, Adam?
I have got that one, yes.
Okay, let me save the replay. And we'll now open a practice lobby for the weather. I want to keep the feature race under wraps for the time being. I'm just going to give them feature race practice for 10 minutes. So this is endurance race, 10 minutes. Yeah, they're going to get practice. So you can look at this, Adam. This is just an example of the weather. This is not the actual lobby. So I'm going to change event settings. I'm just going to put a message here. Practice. Oops. Interviews. We are now going to... Good man. Right, so I'm going to add select players. Oops. Right, so we need. Who did I say?
You were going to do Tyler and Matthias, weren't you? I think.
I need to find newcomer. A newcomer. There we go.
Danny in the chat saying, "Get in there, Danny."
Right, so we have. Let's see if we can get Team Nissan in the chat. Do we have Tyler Man in the chat?
Hell yeah, brother!
And there we go. That was it. That was a good race for you, Tyler. You were leading the independents for the majority of that race, and I should say, speaking of leading, you are currently leading the independents championship.
Yeah, it was a decent race. Brought it home in second place for independents. Had a good battle with Shadow and Legion, and obviously Matthias. There at the end, I just kind of. I don't know, the car just wasn't handling very well, and then I think like 3 corners left, Matthias just got around me and just couldn't get back around him unless I set a move that would have absolutely wrecked both of us, and obviously I'm not going to do that, so. But obviously hats off to Matthias, great battle. So yeah, we're happy to be leading, and hopefully we can keep it up
So
next week, and this week.
Have you looked out the window from the bar? Have you seen what's happened outside?
Yeah, I have, and the pit crew is here this weekend, so hopefully we can pull some strategy together.
They're paying you too much. They're paying you too much. You're affording a pit crew, Adam. Dear me.
I know. We need to look into this, don't we? I know you're American, but you shouldn't be having spotters in touring car racing.
Yeah, this isn't NASCAR, Tyler. You're spotters. But fair play, mate. I've got no rules on that. If you want to have people, yeah, that's fine. That's fine by me. But
right.
Well, all the best for the feature race, Tyler.
Yep.
And have another good drive. I know you like these challenging conditions. We'll leave you to it. Finish your drink at the bar and get back to the car and make sure all the technicians have set the car up how you want.
Right.
So, all the best to you, matey. And
you too.
Thank you. Matthias, are you there for Team Honda? Maybe he's still in the bar.
He is there. He's just very quiet.
Oh, hold on a second then. 2 seconds.
I can hear Matthias on my end. Obviously, you can't hear him on your end, Jimmy.
No.
Hopefully,
How about now, Matthias?
The screen.
You need to speak up a little bit, Matthias. Yeah. You need to adjust your mic level up a little bit. Just press the play at PS button, go on to mic at the bottom, and then adjust mic level and send it up. That's better. Oh, that's cool. No, that's fine. So how did you find that first race, Matthias? That's right. So what are you expecting from the feature race? Are you? We've seen you in the wet before. You seem to go quite well in the wet. Good man. Well, at least with the GP circuit, there'll be a bit more breathing space when you're coming up against cars. So it's not quite the same as Spa. But it's a challenging track nonetheless. But all the best for the feature race, Matthias. And yeah, just go well out there, have fun, enjoy it. That's the main thing. Okay, mate, take care. So, what I
think
was...
Matthias was a little bit quiet on the stream, but it's an unfortunate one. But Matthias, he was saying there that he runs well in the wet and he had a good result in Spa. He actually finished 3rd overall as an independent.
That's right.
So yeah, he's definitely going to be somebody to watch in this race. That's for sure.
Yeah, as well as there's quite a few to watch in this race. As we know how good these are in the wet. This is just a practice lobby for them. They've got another 3 or 4 minutes of practice, and then I'll jump out, open the proper lobby, and we'll set the grid for the feature, which is going to be the reverse grid from the results of the sprint. So Shadow might be having a bit of good luck. So,
well, he's going to be a bit further forward now, isn't he? He's should hopefully be able to keep out of trouble. I mean, I just can't believe the bad luck that he's having this season. It is just absolutely atrocious. So perhaps he's not looking forward to the wet. Or, well, I don't know, maybe he is. Maybe he's thinking it can't get any worse. So why not? why not throw some water at it?
Yeah, exactly. So, who knows? But with him finishing quite low down in the sprint race, that gives him. It's not where he'd like to be. I suppose he'll take that bit of good luck that he's at the front. He's sort of going to be towards the front of the grid. So, I'm not going to focus on Shadow too much in the feature in case he's watching the stream and we're putting him off. But we've not seen this guy much.
I was just about to say, don't forget it is a feature race, so you get the strategies coming in, so it can work in everybody's favour. But yeah, Swifty, where did he finish? Let me just get the
12th,
the results. So he finished 12th. Yeah, 12th. Yes. Let me make sure I'm getting the right. Oh, that's the results. Yeah, I was making sure I was reading the results rather than the qualifying results. But yeah, 12th, 3rd in the independents. He's been doing quite well throughout this season. We haven't seen him much today, as you say, but only just when we were watching the replays, only just won the independents in the feature race last time out. He was another one like Ben who misjudged the fuel and ran out, and Tyler only just missed out on getting him on the line. It was so close. We didn't see it on stream, unfortunately, but it was absolutely nail-biting. I knew the result and I still couldn't believe what happened.
No, it was another photo finish, and we've had quite a few of these this season. But it's been incredibly close up and down the field. It's not we've had in seasons prior to this where we've had a definite split. Would you say, Adam? We've had they're all quick. I'm not saying the slow drivers, they're all quick in their own right, but we've seen a definite split in the field where the top 7, possibly 8, have had the edge, and then it's spread out in the race. But this season we've not had that.
No,
so much.
As you say, we have had it in the past where it's been like half the field racing each other and then another half, so almost like 2 races in one. Whereas this season it's not as spread out. The cars are ultra equal. It's all down to the drivers, and as a result we've been seeing some absolutely epic racing, as the last race just showed. So throw into that the weather and hold on to your hats as we just see Swifty spinning there as he hits the curb. It's obvious how easy it can happen. You just slightly offline onto the curb and around you go.
Right, well, they're approaching 9.5 minutes, so now I think it's time for us to come out now to... Have you recharged your glass, Adam?
Yep, it's there, it's ready.
Right, well, I'm going to come out of this room now. I'm going to just put a quick message, changing lobby settings. So, right, so edit event settings. So now... This is where you look away, Adam.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Right, so there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on the feature race for round 5 here at Suzuka International Racecourse. There's your weather. It's a rolling start, remember, in the feature race, so it won't be as chaotic into turn 1. There's the important figures that you're all dying to know, because they don't know these. For those of you tuning in, none of the drivers know what the fuel rate is or the tyre wear until now. So this is to give everybody an equal chance, rather than if I released this last week, then they'd all perfect the perfect strategy and it would be a bit of a fake race. So they don't know anything about the tyre and fuel wear, or tyre wear and fuel usage until now. So same as always, so all tyres are available, remember, it's a wet race. You're free to use any tyre you like. There's no mandatory tyre. So there we go. The room is now loading. So this is the actual feature race. So if all enter the car, and I'll just put on here, hopefully this will come up now. Yeah. And it's worked! It's worked, Adam!
It's worked. Everybody is in.
Apart from Legion, who's always the last.
And we've got, who's that Flow Engineering?
I
don't know who he is.
Don't know, but it won't be in the race. We have lost one.
Yeah, Storm. He dropped out in the last one, so I'm wondering whether he's got issues with pedals again, perhaps.
Yeah, right. So here we go, Adam.
So Danny C all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, I love this bit. I always say it. Right, go on.
Then Ben.
Yeah.
Then Marty.
Yeah.
Then Butler.
Ooh, I enjoy this, dude, the Butler. Yeah.
Then Glowing.
Yeah.
Then Kian.
Yeah.
Captain.
Yeah.
Legion.
Yeah.
Matthias.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Brewster.
Yeah.
Swifty.
Oh, Shadow's on pole.
And then Shadow on pole position. He wouldn't have been if Storm re-entered, but he's So at least he's got clear track into.
So let's just run through this. We've got Shadow, Swifty, Rooster, Tyler, Matthias, Legion, Captain, Kian, Glowing, Butler, Marty, LFC Ben, Danny.
Correct.
Apply. So we're actually 2 down. So there should be 15. Oh no, Storm would have been the 15th, wouldn't he? That's right. Okay.
Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. And your umbrellas.
Right. So give us a countdown, Adam.
Okay, so here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. It is round 5, if you can believe it still, round 5 of season 4 here at Suzuka. This is the feature race. We've got 30 minutes, we've got wet weather, and no worry about tyres. They can use whatever they like. So here we go then, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marty, you're not changing track, it's go. What does he want to change track for? He's Scottish, he likes the wet.
Dear me, that was... Sorry to... Oh, that ruined it. But I just saw that message and I thought, oh...
They're all trying it, aren't they?
And look at this.
Let's hope that Carl is happy with his starting position this time round, shall we?
Yeah, we're not. We're going to keep.
We're not changing it now.
No. We're not changing it. So, Shadow leads the grid away for the feature race.
Come on, Shadow, you've got this, boy. Come on.
So he leads the grid away as we hear the starting chimes here, and it's all go now. So can Shadow? I expect he's going to move slightly over to the right.
We've got to watch him for a minute because he's the leader, but please don't watch him for very long because normally when we do he goes off, so let's look somewhere else, quick.
So he's leading the field through into the S's for the first time. Now this is the GP track, so as we see someone going slightly wide there, I think that's in 4th position, is that Rooster? So that's just taken to the grass there, that's Matthias making a position up there really early on, but Legion in 8th place is right on the back of Rooster here. This is, oh my word, they're going to have to go on board.
Rooster ran a little tiny bit wide and that put him offline, and that's now given Legion the opportunity. Is Legion down the inside? No, he just can't do it. Watch out for Captain on Legion. Legion squirms around. Oh, Shadow's gone off. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He was leading the race and he's spun and he's now all the way down at the back again. Unbelievable. We'll watch the replay. I don't think he's going to want to watch this himself. Let's see what happened. Did he just run a bit wide? Did he catch the curb? No, he just went away from him, didn't it?
He's just... I think Shadow might hit the bar.
It can't get any worse from there, can it? So that's put Swifty in the independents. Actually, all 3 independents are now in the top 3 positions here.
That's right.
As we see Matthias looking down the inside of Tyler. This is going to be the outside now, going into the spoon curve.
This is a tricky spot here. Now this, in the dry, this is an overtaking spot through 130R. This is the back straight coming up here. Now a fun fact about Suzuka circuit is it's the only circuit on the F1 calendar that actually crosses over itself in a figure of 8 configuration. There is another circuit on the F1 calendar, Abu Dhabi, where the pit lane goes under the track, but this is, as far as I'm aware, this is one of the only circuits where the track actually crosses over itself. Is that right, Adam?
As far as I'm aware, yeah. I can't think of any others that do it. Certainly not ones that are raced at in big international circuits. But look at this pack here.
But Legion has made up 4 positions while we've been talking there. And look at this. Look at the back. Let's just go back to Kian and go on board. But we've got the 2. Well, these 2 have, these 2 in front have had some pretty feisty battles over the season, not just in this community either. But Butler trying to make him. He's getting it a bit loose there. That's given Kian a bit of an advantage. He's letting Butler know he's there. That's sticking your car in all Butler will be able to see is a full mirror full of Kian in the rapid fit Mondeo. So Butler's got to be careful here. He's got to attack and defend. But Danny C meanwhile is on the back of this in 8th position. I'm just going to come back out of this view now. Look at this coming through the S's. Oh my word.
They're all kind of caught up with Tyler, and Tyler's kind of been put out to dry, but not in this weather. He was put out onto the wide line. Oh, down the inside, he's holding off Danny for the moment. No, he's lost that one. Matthias looking around the outside. Everybody trying to get past Tyler, and it just all concertinaed up. But Swifty is still leading this race. But look at Legion.
Legion has worked his way into 2nd place, but look at the amount of water coming off these curbs. Glowing Gold is currently having a look down the inside of Matthias here. Now, can Legion make a pass here? He's going down the inside. Can he make it stick? He's forcing. This is dodgy. This is going to come up to the spoon curve.
He's going to be on the outside. Can he brake later?
Oh, he's just done it.
Just about pinched it, and Legion takes the lead. That was a good move.
But Matthias has got the move back on Glowing Gold. Oh no, it's swapped again. But Glowing Gold's having a look at Swifty here. So let's just go quickly into 3rd place here and go on board. This is coming down 130R now. This is a very dodgy place to make a move. Glowing's going to have to back out of this. Ooh.
caught out a little bit there by Swifty breaking into that corner. Watch out where Butler is round the outside.
What a move from Butler. So let's just...
Butler saw that coming for sure. As he's trying to go round the outside of Swifty. Butler's going for second. Does he make that? Yes, he does. Fantastic move there by Butler. Yeah, let's watch this on board with Carl there as he comes down to the 130 yard. Glowing gets held up by Swifty, and Butler just seizes the opportunity, sticks to the racing line and just naturally goes round the outside, and then follows that up by going round the outside of Swifty at the chicane, becomes the inside for the next kink, and up into second place.
What a move. Very fortuitous as Butler. So Butler we see coming into the pits very early on in lap 3. So is he pulling the pin? He's known for his bold strategies. He's not got it right every week. But this time
he's not afraid to try something out of the ordinary, is he? He's obviously seen what the weather. Well, there is a dry line there, so as long as he can get through these couple of corners, which he has done,
let's just stay on board.
Just on the cusp of the. You can see that water bar, bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You can see where the water level is, and it is just on the cusp of being used on dry tyres and on.
I'm just going to go back.
Wet.
Sorry, I'm just going to go back to the top, Adam. We've got a 2-second gap between Legion here in first place, running on the intermediates with half a tank of fuel. There's 10 watching. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. This pack is still. Look how close the independents are at the top.
Yeah, they're all so close, and Shadow was right at the back there as well, so he's made up quite a lot of ground. But this track is really starting to dry quite quickly now.
Do you think Legion will come in, or do you think?
I don't know. He might do it. He might see what Butler did and pull the pin. But still slightly damp offline, isn't it? So, and he may do one more lap. He's probably got one more lap in it.
As we see Glowing there, trying to make use of all the wet patches on the edge of the track there. There's not many on wet tyres. I've not seen any on wets at the moment.
No, they're all on intermediates as far as I've seen.
Yeah. So we'll just go back up to the top and just see Legion as he exits 130R, coming up to the final chicane, the Casio Triangle. So let's just see if Legion takes this opportunity here to dive in the pits, or does he stay out for one more lap? He's staying out.
Staying out. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how Butler does on lap times now, because this is really starting to dry out.
That's right. And his tyres are in better shape than Glowing's, but Kian is in a great third place here. Look at them all trying to find the wet patches here. We see Matthias in the background in the pit lane. As we see the water's still spraying up off the curbs, Adam. So it's still holding a lot of water.
It is holding the water. It's treacherous offline, but you're okay as long as you stay online. But they got to stay away from those curbs. We saw what was it at Spa last time when it rained. Ironically, one of the Fords kept on clipping the curb and spinning off. So it's easily done. You still need to concentrate. But of course, we can't see the weather radar. These guys can adjust on their screen that bottom right hand corner. We've got track map at the moment, but these guys can adjust that and see what the cloud cover's doing, what the rain's doing. Butler's obviously looked at that and decided, as Danny made a mistake there. What happened there? Did he just lose it under braking? He looked like he cut the corner a bit.
I was just looking at the gap between Matthias and Danny, and then we just saw Danny just. I think he caught the curb on the outside there.
Yeah, there we go. You can see all the water absolutely Tokyo drifting it. He's been watching LFC Ben, hasn't he? Somehow kept it out the wall.
And Tyler just managed to avoid that.
Tyler just got round him. Danny tried to get out of the way as best as he could, and that's seen Marty go past him as well. So that mistake from Danny.
Incredibly, is Tyler up into 5th place, currently on the live 5th place. Now Tyler, how he avoided that with those tyres is beyond me. So I
think it was more luck than judgment, wasn't it? It was just kind of, I'm just going to go straight and see what happens. He didn't have time to react.
I'm expecting Tyler, as we see Danny C is looking at a move here on Matthias. Not through 130R, not at this stage. I'm expecting Tyler to come in the pits. His tyres were looking decidedly... as Danny gets it all sorts of loose there. He's really struggling with this.
I think they're all going to be pitting now because those tyres are really starting to wear, which is just so. Legion is in. Is Matthias coming in? Matthias is in. Kian's carried on by the looks of this. So yeah, Kian has carried on.
So let's just see what. So Kian has actually got pretty decent tyres.
How's he done that? He must have just been driving on the grass to keep the temperatures down.
Look at his fuel.
Fuel's very good, so he's in a very strong position here.
But Danny C has stayed out. Interestingly, Danny C has stayed out, but his tyres are pretty much this. These are level pegging. But Marty has also stayed out. Now Marty, he's good on fuel.
He is good on fuel, but that right front tyre is looking
That's
very angry.
Let him down. I don't fancy that through 130R. Adam, would you like to take it through 130R at 115 mile an hour?
No, I'll leave it to Marty. Thank you very much. He's more skilled than I am anyway, so he can hang on to that one. It's already on the redlet.
You'd have done it in your Mini though, wouldn't you, Adam?
Oh, it's easy in a Mini. It's flat out. It's not difficult in a Mini. But he's got no tyre left now, has he? So he's going to be really struggling now, and he's going to be losing a lot of time. He's already lost a position to Swifty. And Shadow is up into 5th.
Brilliant result for Shadow there. I've seen you in the wet at Thruxton, Adam. Yeah, you just it's one of those B star LLS out moments.
You just got to keep your foot down, and this is the best way to be. If you ease off in these sort of conditions, and you get run over, so the safest thing is to just go. What is it Colin McRae said? If in doubt, go flat out. So
that's the one.
Yeah, it's probably the best solution.
I'm just going to see what the top guys do. I've got a feeling Kian might even stay out for another lap. He'll do the opposite of Danny.
Yeah, possibly.
Danny might do the opposite of Kian. You see, I don't know. Danny's definitely coming in.
Danny's going to be coming in, and Swifty's doing a good job here. But I think Kian, if he stays out one more lap, it's really going to hurt him, because look at where Butler is. Yeah, Butler's already back up to 6th, and he was the first one to pit.
I could see Swifty staying out for one more lap. He might stay out for another lap here. As we see Kian taking a dive right at the end of 130R.
And he's hit the wall quite hard. He's got quite a bit of damage there, so I'm wondering whether he got on the curb on the way in, or whether his tyres let him down.
His tyres shouldn't really have let him down.
He just ran a fraction wide, got on the curb, spun it round, hit the wall, came back on, and barely lost any time. I mean,
impressive.
That's incredible. That is fantastic.
So that was so that's a pit stop for Kian to change tyres, fuel up, and
Butler's
change
going to take the lead now.
Yes,
yeah, definitely change your race suit.
So that's Butler out on the hard compound tyre. Now, I've said this every time we have a wet race. I wish I could see the tyre. I know what's going to happen, but I'd love to see the weather radar. So this is a properly drying out track now. The water level meter is only just flickering. So Butler's in a pretty strong position here. But having said that, there's still spray coming up off the back of these cars. So it looks like
I think this is a good call of strategy for Carl here, because he turned onto the hard tyres at the opportune moment, just as the track was really starting to dry out. He's got hard tyres, so he can go deep into this race. So if it doesn't rain again, which I don't know whether it is or it isn't, so I'm running as blind as everybody else here apart from Jimmy, but if it doesn't rain again, he's going to have the tyres to the end. I would have thought we're approaching the halfway point. Legion's starting to catch him up. So what tyre did Legion go on to? Did he go on to the hards?
He's
on the softs. So that's explaining that.
So that's a quicker tyre, but LFC Ben is also on the racing hards, which is interesting. So Legion has got the pace at the moment, as Adam was saying, to make use of the softs. But if the weather does change, then Legion is in the better position.
Legion is in a very strong position here, especially
even on
if
the
he
softs.
goes past. Even on the softs, as he's making a move on Carl Butler. Rydell versus Leslie. We've seen this many times in the BTCC.
Side by side.
Breathe in, ladies and gentlemen, because there's not much room down here because of the drying line. Butler lets him through. Now Butler can actually turn his fuel down a little bit now and just follow Legion, because Legion's on the quicker tyre.
Yeah,
He's not really going to be able to do much, but it's starting to get dark, isn't it?
But Legion's, you're not going to go on the softs if your intention is not to go flat out. If you're going to go on the softs, that's the quicker tyre. You've got to make use of the softs. So Legion's not only burning through his fuel, but he's also going to be burning through his tyres, which Butler's fully aware of, as we see Glowing Gold come into the pits off the racing softs at this stage with barely worn tyres. Now, has Glowing seen something on the radar, and this is the undercut strategy, ladies and gentlemen.
Marty's come in as well off the mediums, so I'm wondering if they've seen the weather coming in and decided to get the best tyre for when it does rain. Barely fueled up, didn't do it, and he's gone onto the wets.
That's interesting.
That's interesting, because it's not even raining at the minute, so he must be seeing something that we're not.
Or is the actual?
Even on.
Let's go on board with Glowing here.
Well, his wipers aren't on. It's not actually raining, and it's just flickering a little bit as he goes offline. So he's counting on what he's seen on the weather.
But
look at
his tyre wear. He's only just come out the pits.
It's already cooking it. So I don't think that strategy is going to work. Even if it rains now, I don't know.
It's a gamble. We've got Rooster.
Look how dark it's getting as well as Rooster goes off.
But Rooster's on the intermediates now with a full tank, almost a full tank of fuel. Now, I'm sure I can hear. Is that?
That looks like rain. Rain.
Yeah,
rain is definitely falling now.
Right. So these tyres shouldn't wear past this stage, if any. They basically want the track as wet as possible. Now, I want to go into the lead position now, which is Legion, who's on the soft tyre.
Well, he's going to have to pit now, isn't he?
He's going to have to. He's coming up through the Casio triangle.
He's going to be looking at as he goes straight on. That's how damp it's already getting.
He's missed the pits.
Everybody's gone. No, he's okay for the pits, I think. Yes, he is. He's just about got in there. But everybody has been caught out. It must be raining really. Yeah, look at that water gauge. Everybody has been caught out going into the chicane on dry tyres. So the person that we need to watch out for really is going to be Glowing, isn't it?
But Tyler is on the racing hards. Yeah, I just want to see what Glowing. He was the first to pit. So I just want to see. Just see where Glowing Gold is. So Glowing Gold's coming up to the Casio triangle now on full wet tyres, a yellow flag. So there's been an incident.
Spin for Shadow. It's not the first time I've said that this season, unfortunately.
So Tyler and Captain have come in. So Glowing Gold is in a pretty strong position here, but he's not made up.
He's not made up as much positions as he would have liked. He's only in 7th there, unfortunately, and everybody else in front of him was pitted and come out on the correct tyres. So I think he pitted just a little bit too early and didn't have enough grip to be able to make the most of it. Yeah, that is
I'd say
really
it's
coming down. I think it might be slightly damp. You can see on the water gauge it is right on the cusp of being on the wet tyres, so he's on a good tyre.
I want to see what Legion and Danny... They've gone in the intermediates, interestingly. And has Danny gone on the intermediates? He is, but he's on worn intermediates. Oh, so he's going wide?
Danny must have pitted earlier than we didn't see it, because he's, as you say, he's on worn intermediates. So Legion's in a very good position here. What's LFC Ben like?
Fresh intermediates, full
pitted.
tank.
Yeah, so Danny's
Danny's only 1.8, just 1.5 seconds up the road, but he's definitely struggling as we see that delta coming down now. 1.3, that's in literally 1 or 2 corners. So Danny is definitely struggling on these worn intermediates. He's good on fuel, but he's definitely struggling a little bit now. Legion is in a pretty strong position here, but look at Matthias in 4th place. He's only 3/10 off the back
Look
of
at
LFC
the pace
Ben.
he's carried into Spoon Curve. Then you can physically see how much he was gaining on LFC Ben. This guy really likes the wet conditions, doesn't he?
He's really showing his true pace here. But he's putting Ben under pressure up 130R here. Now, Look at
Go
this.
for it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's forced Ben to go defensive, so this can only help Matthias on the exit. Is he going to go for a move down the inside?
He's thinking about it. He's going for it. He's going for it.
Watch out for those wet puddles on the inside, but he gets it done.
Move.
Brilliant move, but Ben's got the exit. Can he get around the outside of him?
This is one of the fastest parts of the track. This is 130R coming here. As you can see, 115, 120 mile an hour.
That was great driving by Matthias. Absolutely fantastic.
Look at that. Didn't even lose control of the car. Absolute brilliant
Did he
move
hold on
there.
to it though? That's the thing we need to see. No, Ben's managed to get it back, but yeah, that was still a fantastic move. He set Ben up quite nicely going into the 130R there, made him go defensive, which meant he was slow out, and that put him in a good position to get into the braking. I don't think Ben's going to fall for that again somehow, but
no.
But even though these guys have been fighting, they've really caught up on Danny, haven't they?
That's
Danny's
right.
really
I just want to
struggling
look
in
at
these
Swifty,
conditions.
who's the lead independent at the moment on intermediate tyres, with a 5 second pretty healthy gap over Glowing Gold, who we know is on the wet tyre now. This track is actually
Matthias
stopped
is
raining.
the lead independent. I was just about to say Matthias
Matthias
is the lead
I
independent.
do apologise. So we know that Glowing went on the wet tyre.
Yeah, and as you say, it stopped raining, so that heavy shower that came across, it absolutely pelted down for about a lap or so, and now it's pretty much dried out again. So are we going to be seeing another round of pit stops? We're going to have to, because then these tyres are going to wear out so much.
Oh, we're just gonna quickly catch up with a couple of chats in the YouTube here. Mitsubishi is rooting for Rooster. Come on, Rooster, focus, he says. Yeah, just kidding, I'm rooting for Tyler too. Haydo, come on, Rooster, you can do it. Matthias, fourth, nice, says Haydo. That's in the YouTube. So Glowing.
Well, he's third now. He's third now because Danny has dropped down.
What a position. So Danny must be really struggling. I'm just going to have a quick look at Danny's tyres here. You wouldn't have think he's capable. Danny, the calibre of Danny, I wouldn't have thought he'd be struggling that much. But this is perfect intermediate conditions. It's bordering on dry. I just want to see who. Now we saw Butler take a really brave decision before. Now where is Butler?
Butler's had an incident somewhere and we haven't seen it as Ben comes in. So I'm wondering if Butler's spun because he's on the racing hards again. So he might have pitted. He might have pitted early.
He's pulled a master stroke again. So he knows that these are going to have to come in off the intermediates now. So we're going to keep an eye on Butler. There's 7 minutes to go of this race.
Yeah, where's Ben? Where's Ben? Because Ben was just in the pits, and he's going to be coming off of the intermediates, and he'll probably go on to the softs, I would have thought. Enough fuel. Well, he's gone to the racing hards. So where is he versus Butler? Where is Butler? Butler's in front of him. Butler's just got him. There goes Butler.
Butler's got the undercut. So
this is the fight to the flag for these guys, depending on what the weather does. Oh, completely sideways by Ben again. So
we're getting a lovely sunset here over Suzuka Circuit, which is give another challenge as we see. Look at that. This is the view they're getting. It's spectacular views here, but both of these guys now have got the tyres and the fuel right to the end. But Danny is now, he's taken this way too far. But Swifty is also going to be following him, so he's not going to lose. But Tyler, we know, has gone on the intermediates. Tyler could pull a master stroke here.
They're all going to need to pit because those tyres are not going to. If it's not going to be raining again, because look at the clouds, it looks clear. It doesn't look like it's going to be raining anytime soon. I know we've only got 6 minutes to go, but I wouldn't say that's going to be raining anymore. Those tyres are not going to last the rest of this race. So Legion will probably need to pit. Matthias will need to pit. Danny will need to pit. Swifty will need to pit.
Let's have a look at these tyres. Yeah, Legion's definitely going to have to pit. He's got a 5 second gap at the top. So that's a pit loss, is a 22 second deficit. So that's
going to be hemorrhaging time to the guys who are on the dry tyres.
Exactly, so we've got to keep an eye on Butler. Now, is Legion going to pit? He's not. He is. He's going to pit.
Yes,
now we need to keep an eye I've got a feeling Matthias will be following him in.
Danny's definitely going to be following him in. There's no way Danny's going to be carrying on.
So
I'd be very surprised.
So let's go, but let's keep an eye on Butler's. LFC Ben is going for a move into Casio Triangle. Ben's gone a bit wide. Butler's managed to hold that, so that's not worked out for Ben. So he's lost a little bit of time there. So Butler, look at the sunset coming down here at Suzuka. Butler keeping his hards wet.
That's an interesting strategy. That's going to be interesting and focus the attention going into the front. But Legion's pitted and come out in front of Butler. That's an incredible performance there from Legion.
I don't think he fueled.
How he did that.
Yeah, but he didn't fuel.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, he would have been less on fuel, and he's back onto the racing softs. So Legion is in a very strong position now with 4.5 minutes on the clock. He is in a really strong position because the two guys behind him, yes, they're on dry tyres, but they're on the hard tyres.
But look at this, Matthias has managed to maintain 4th position with a 13-second gap between. Sorry, I've got the wrong. Sorry, Glowing Gold is right on the. Glowing Gold.
You were right. The first time. You were looking at Ben. So
yeah. So
Matthias has made it past Ben.
So he knows how quick Ben is. So Matthias is on the racing soft, so he's on the quicker tyre than Ben. So we know how quick Matthias is in the wet, and he's equally as quick in the dry. So can he hold Ben off for what is effectively 2 laps? It's going to be a tall order.
I don't know. I think he's in a better position to be focusing forward because I can't see that Ben's going to be able to. We've seen how quick this guy is, as we've said before. I think Butler's actually in a bit of trouble here because Butler's on the harder tyre, and Matthias, we know how quick he is on the soft tyre. So as you said,
see him coming into view there.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on that gap. I can see Matthias really fighting for second here if he doesn't make any mistakes.
Well, that's right, but he's got to be careful because he's only got a half a second gap between himself and Ben. If he goes for a move, he's got to commit because if he makes a mistake of it and loses time, he's going to lose a place to Ben as well.
Yeah, but we saw the move that he pulled on Ben earlier on in the race, didn't we? In those slightly damp conditions down into this section, he's very confident on his overtaking. He knows how to set the guy up in front, make the move, get alongside, make sure they know that he's there. There's Carl again cooling his tyres for some strange reason.
Yeah, look at the gap's come down. Carl's lost a second to Matthias. As we see a flash of the lights from LFC Ben. So he's signalling there. So he's trying
absolutely everything.
He's throwing everything. He's trying to put Matthias off here, but Butler is, as you were right, Adam, you called it. Butler is struggling on the hards. The softs are now, after a couple of laps, have now reached up the optimum temperature. But what is the wear rate on the softs? Pretty good. So he's
fine. He's fine to the end. He's good on fuel. He's good on the tyres.
Yeah, and we've got a flash of the lights from Matthias against Butler here. Butler's not going to like that at all.
Well, Matthias is being flashed from behind. He's thinking, "Oh, that's a good technique. Let me try that in front."
Yeah, he's giving Butler the hurry up here. So will we see Matthias pull another move on the back straight against? He's going to get a better drive out of Spoon Curve. He's right on the back. He's gone purple. Legion has got the quickest lap at the moment. Ironically, he's also on the softs. But this is Matthias's chance here. Can he get a better drive out of Spoon Curve? As we see these two,
he might even be looking down. He might be looking down the inside at Spoon Curve. We've got to continue watching this battle because it's getting really close. Is he going to look down the inside? Is he close enough? Tried it. Look how good he is on the brakes going through there. He really closes up. Now
Butler's
he's got the stronger tyre.
Pressure.
So traction out of this corner. He's got the slipstream. There's not really a lot Butler can do here.
He's forcing him wide. He's forcing him the hard way round. If he's going to do it, he's going to go around the outside at 130 yard. This is a brave. He's committed.
Take your brave pills, ladies and gentlemen. If he just backs off a fraction. He's doing an Alonso.
He's done it.
He's done it. Fantastic move.
What a move.
Can he get it stopped? Yes, he can.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to. I know there's only 33 seconds. I'm going to have to quickly watch that replay. What a move! this is full commitment here, especially in these conditions. Butler knows he's there. Great racing between these two. Great respect. Look at that for a move.
You see the twitch that Butler got on the inside, though. That could have gone very badly wrong for both of those guys.
Legion, we see 10 seconds here. This is going to be Legion. This is going to be the final lap. This is going to be Legion's final lap as they come through the S's for the final time here at Suzuka. So Matthias, second place, lead independent, winning it for the independents. Unless Butler can do anything to come back, which I severely doubt. Ben's had a better race this week. Fourth place. Danny C, uncharacteristically, got the strategy a little bit wrong, I think. Ended up in fifth place. Still good points. But these two, we're going to focus on this battle. Just bear in mind where we are on the track, Adam. Right, so they're coming through.
So Legion's just going through the hairpin at the moment, so we've got a little bit of time. I don't think Carl's going to be doing anything
heroic.
He got caught. He's been passed. He's close, but he's just not got the tyres to do the job, because obviously Matthias is on the racing soft.
Well, he's definitely rocking the Honda, isn't he? He's definitely.
Yeah, it's a very apt logo on the side of that car, isn't it? But fair play to Legion. He's coming up to lap somebody. I couldn't see who it was.
I think it's Swifty.
Is it Swifty? Is it? I thought it was a flash of blue. Can't even see where he is, but yeah.
But we see Legion coming through 130R for the final time here at Suzuka. Literally on fumes again, Adam. He's timed this to perfection. It's Kian. So we've got Legion exiting Casio Triangle for the final time, coming across into the last corner, across the line to take the win here at Suzuka. That's for Team Nissan. Well done, Legion. And Matthias, what a
that was a bit closer at the end than I was expecting, but fair play to Matthias. Second place.
What a drive. And Butler, what a great race for Butler.
Yeah, it was a good strategy in the end. It looked like he was going all out early on, because he was pitting ahead of when it was raining, and he was getting on the right tyre at the right time. Just didn't have the pace against Matthias at the end there, but yeah, what a race, and what a drive by Matthias. He's in the wrong livery, really, isn't he? He needs to be in the McNeil Primera.
He does, really, doesn't he? Just going to get a few people in the chat, if I can. Let me... we'll get... I can't find... Who did I want in the chat?
Legion,
Danny.
Butler, and
we
Danny
haven't...
you wanted,
I can't
didn't you?
find Butler for some reason. Why?
That's all right. With his accent, we're not too worried, are we?
Come on, where are you, Butler? Where are you? Probably about this, ladies and gentlemen. Butler, what are you doing to me? Oh, hold on. Right, so let's get the replay saved first of all, and let's get these
results. Did you save the sprint?
Yes.
Okay, good. I didn't see you do that.
Right, Adam.
Right, well, after all of that, Legion takes the win, got the fastest lap in the end as well. I thought Matthias was going to get that at one point, but fantastic job there by Legion. Got the strategy right, takes the win for Nissan, his second win of the season. Matthias, absolutely fantastic result there for the German in second place. Butler getting a good podium position there, he will be happy with that. We got the LFC Ben, in fourth place. Danny in fifth, not exactly where he wanted. He struggled a little bit there, did Danny, but fifth place, it's still good points. Captain came home in sixth. That's a great result for Captain, standing in for Clayjax. Glowing Gold in 7th place. Tyler, second of the Independents and 8th overall. So a great result there for Tyler, the American. And on to the next page, please, Jimmy, when you finish typing. Thank you very much. Swifty in 9th in the Independents. Marty obviously had an incident somewhere that we didn't see, or possibly got the strategy wrong, finishing in 10th place, which is unlike Marty there. Kian in 11th place. Shadow, again, no luck at all, in 12th. And then Rooster finishing in 13th place.
Wow. That was... I tell you what, look how dark it's gone, Adam.
Yeah, we finished the race at the right time, didn't we?
Yeah, I think they would have struggled. Just going to quickly just put a message up that I'm closing the lobby. And then we'll get, I think, let's just see, have we got Legion from Team Nissan in the house?
Yes, you have, sir. How are you?
Well, sounds like it's a bit wet where you are, mate. Bit stormy.
Yeah, I've just come in from, like, in the pit lane, just getting in the garage, you know, making sure I'm free to talk. So, how can I help?
How did that race go for you, mate?
It went really well, to be honest. I mean, I completely naffed up the start thanks to the girlfriend on the sprint race. She slapped me in the back of my head as I was waiting for the grid, so... Which unfortunately meant I leant on the throttle and hence I jumped the start. But yeah, no, with the like, I'm gonna say a bonus because I'm well out of position compared to normal. Like, it gave me quite a head start on the faster guys, so I knew if I just make myself last as long as I can, wait for it to be completely dry, take 0 risks, I should be able to capitalize on it, which. Luckily I was able to, because going that extra lap or 2 in each stint literally just made it so I only had to take on fuel once. So I saved
well, that's
time.
we noticed that because you made a brilliant jump on Butler, which we put down to no fuel, or just not fueling and just changing tyres. But we noticed Butler actually changed as soon as the rain stopped. He went on to hards. And a lot of you guys went on to... There was a couple on mediums, but hards was a brave shout in those conditions.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, Butler always takes the risk the moment the rain stops, so you kind of expect it from Butler at this point. But going on to the hards, that was a brave choice. Like, me personally, I'd rather go on to mediums at that point. But no, he done extremely well. Like I said, if it weren't for the sake of saving fuel, he probably would have got past me too in the pit stop, so he done very well.
Well done on the win, Legion. That's going to give you some valuable points for not just the manufacturers, but for you in the lead of the table. We'll see how that affects the table. But thanks again for taking the time to jump in the chat. And speaking of Butler, do we have Team Volvo in the house?
You should do, Jimmy.
Hey! How was that for you, mate? What? Well, I'm sweating. I'm sitting here sweating, mate. But some of the racing in that, mate, was top draw, mate, from everybody in the field.
Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed that one. I just thought, you know what, rain stops, get on the slicks, and I went on the hards because I was hoping that I was just going to grin and bear it all the way at the end of the race, but the fuel wasn't going to allow that. So that was the thought process, but I had to pit again. In hindsight, I should have went onto a soft or a medium, and I probably could have defended a bit better at the end, but I was on the hards again. So, live and learn, but I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Brilliant, mate. That's a great result for you this week. You've not, as we were saying in the comms, we know how quick you are, not just in, I think me and Adam have touched on it numerous times. No matter what we put you in, or what you seem to find car you go in, you seem to get the most out of it, and you always go well, but you're always clean, respectful, you're a quick guy. But what a move, just to quickly touch on, I think Adam was, I was on the edge of my seat, Adam was, what a move from Matthias on the back straight, mate.
It was brilliant, it was clean all the way. I could see him getting closer and closer, and I thought, I'll just try and hold him out onto the wet line a little bit, but at that point I think the wet line had nearly disappeared. So he had the jump on us, and he's a hell of a driver, and he's the type where you can go side by side and you know it's going to be fine, which is what it's all about.
Brilliant. I mean, it was incredible to watch that. I mean, that was full commitment. that's one of the hardest. That was a full Alonso Schumacher move, and it was hearts in your mouth. You just think. Adam actually said, if I'm right, don't do it, didn't you, Adam?
Probably. I was hiding behind my seat at the time, so I'm not sure what actually happened.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Matthias, but I think what was the quote from Alonso? He knows that Schumacher's got kids at home, so he was going to brake. It's kind of the same situation, really.
But that was full commitment. I was thinking, oh my God, I'm not here, and I just thought. But he did it on the lap previous through the Casio Triangle through the last chicane. He did it through there. He pulled a move on Ben, the same move. He's really shown some really. He's really showing his true pace and his true racecraft over the 5 rounds. So I'm expecting this to hot up, and he's running for the Independents, Butler. So
he's certainly one to watch. I might have to start giving some bribes to keep my seat in this Volvo if he keeps going on the way he is.
Well, yeah, I'll you know where to send them. But
yeah, sure.
well, thanks very much for taking the time to jump in the chat, Butler. I'll let you get back to the bar. I'm sure you need a drink after that one.
Sure I do.
And I'm sure we have Team Audi in the house. Danny C, are you there, my friend?
I am here. Thank you very much. Hope all is well.
It is, mate. And I put your stream at the top of the chat. I hope you got some views over there. But
very much appreciated.
No, that's all right. That's cool. How was that for you, Danny? That was it looked a bit testing at times, uncharacteristically for you. You seem to be struggling on tyres that we've seen you go a lot further with. Was it just the track, or?
Overall, it's not a bad day. I'm at the office. For those 2 races, and obviously the sprint itself. That just would have thought that in the qualifying where you're just gonna have to put everything together. But then I had the pole position in me. But now I just had to be sure that just build my rhythm, keep it on the track best I can, from start to finish, and rightly so. Then that's what led me to, at last, get a result of the sprint, having seen some people just mess up the lines and make a mistake of it. So it was just a case of keeping it on the track, which is for sure the important thing to do. And then for the feature race as well, it looks like it was just one of them races where it's going to go one way or the other. Although I've been lucky to have some near misses where obviously towards the end of the race I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna have to settle life for what I've got to was just a little bit of miscalculation by a couple of laps or 2, and then so it's just gonna have to go back to the drawing board and analyze what went wrong, how can I get better, and then you never guarantee what could possibly happen. So therefore,
that's right.
It was just another one that I have to.
You weren't the only one to fall victim to the T1 into the S's. Ben had a moment. Ben was in second place at the time. He had what we could only describe as a Code Brown moment, similar to yours, Danny. Is that your race suit straight to the dry cleaners, or have you got a spare?
I was literally sweating a lot when I had to keep everything together in the sprint as well as the feature, as you never really know when everybody's going to be picking their braking points and so on, and therefore I just had to be as brave as I possibly can, and then in order to keep everything pointing in the right direction, and then but yeah, I felt like a couple of race positions was there. If I could have maybe if we're going into the slick tires just for a couple of laps, I've been in a couple of separate occasions, but to still get a top 5, then it's a
good result.
Reasonable points. It's still a good result to me, but then I'm just gonna where we are right now.
You got any? You got any final? Have you got any words, Adam? You got any questions or?
No, I think everybody summed it up. It's just been one of those races where anything could happen. It did. We've had some great results there. Obviously for Matthias coming through, getting the second place. That's the standout for me from that race, and some of the moves that he pulled. But yeah, just going in, as Danny's just said, going into the halfway, you've still got all of this again to do on the opposite side now. So it can only close up. It's just going to be brilliant, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, this is, like I said before, just quickly, we've been treated to, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I can't. We've been treated to some absolutely top draw racing, and I will add, I have not got a penalty system in place. These drivers are clean, fast, respectful. We've seen people pulling over from 4th place, a bit of a move. Danny, we saw it. You pulled over in a couple of places, I think, in the sprint or maybe even the feature. But this is the mentality that I've tried to create. I don't want the penalty system. I'm not turning a blind eye, but it's down to respect. And the group we've got on the grid, and we've had it season after season, but I think this season they've put the bar higher. And what we're witnessing here, we've been treated to an absolute every single race, sprint, feature, dry, wet. We've had it all, and this is only round 5. We've got 5 rounds to go. We're going to be shattered by the end of it, Adam.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to attempt to call it on who's going to win this championship. It's so close.
Bit early at stage 5.
No, I know exactly, but it's just as you think somebody's going to get a good result, and then they spin out or have an incident, and then it's really going to close up in the championship. And I can't wait to see what happens in the second half. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching this, as of the next round 6, we are going on to Saturdays. We are not doing Fridays anymore. It's going to be Saturdays for the second half of the season.
Well
Just
said,
as
Adam.
a reminder.
I will be putting a post out on Discord. But so the next 5 rounds, as Adam pointed out there, from the 26th of July will be on Saturday evenings. So hopefully that will make a little bit easier for everybody. I know Friday's a bit of an awkward one, but they've managed to work around it. Is there anything I've forgotten, Adam? Before I wrap up the stream, I don't think there is.
I don't think so. If you've forgotten it, so have I. So, we might as well wrap it up.
Yeah, well, thanks again to absolutely everybody that took part tonight, yourself included, Adam. As always, I could never have done that without you, mate. It's been a legend on the comms. I know you hate me for saying it, but I don't care. It's been an absolute pleasure again. Been another belter of a race. Unfortunately, Adam's got more work to do. He's kindly looking after the points for me. So Adam will be busy with his paper and pen, scribbling away tomorrow.
I will be getting that out as soon as possible. And I think as well, I think you've announced it elsewhere that on the Discord that we've got a highlights show coming out in 2 parts. First part is on the 23rd, and the second part on the 25th.
That's right.
So
Wednesday and Friday next week.
Anybody watching the stream, join obviously Jimmy Codger, and it won't be comms, it's just obviously a highlight show, but I'm looking forward to watching that, because I think it's going to be brilliant to see some of the action that we've already had for the first half of the season, and it's just going to put us in good stead for the second half, isn't it?
It certainly is, mate. Yeah, well said. It's not going to be a live show. It's going to be...
Good, because I can't do this again.
No, the highlights video film will be going out, as Adam pointed out there, on the 23rd at 6 p.m. And the second part of because there's that many highlights, we've had to do it in 2 parts. So the second part will be on the Friday at 6 p.m. So everybody tuning in, feel free to sit back, get a beer, get a coffee, whatever you want to do. Sit back and enjoy that. You're going to be treated to some incredible moments that we've had, and that's only up to round 5. So without any further jabbering from me, I'm going to wrap up the stream here. That's Jimmy Codger signing off for round 5 of my British Touring Car Championship here on GT7. Round 5 being Suzuka. The next track will be announced over the weekend, probably Sunday, after I've got all the scores in and done the tables, because I know you're all wanting to see those. The race entry post will be up at the same time on Sunday as soon as they announce the track. I will say you won't need your wetsuits or umbrellas. It will be a dry race in the glorious sunshine. So we're heading over to Europe. So leaving Asia behind. So I'm not giving any more clues. But for this week, this is Jimmy signing off for round 5 of the British Touring Car Championship. Have a great weekend and a great week ahead. Don't forget those 2 videos on Wednesday the 23rd and Friday the 25th. So with that being said, that's me signing off for this week. Take care, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will catch you next Saturday, the 26th of July, for round 6. Same time, 7:15, live here with Jimmy Codger and Adam Barth. Take care.